What are your thoughts on the reverse tummy tuck? Jackie, I've got very clear thoughts on the reverse tummy tuck. It is very, very rare to do a reverse tummy tuck. I think I've done 2 in my life, and I've done loads of tummy tucks. So it is very, very rare. So this is me, Jackie. I'm not there, and I think there is someone. There's someone out there doing loads, and I don't understand what is going on, because I see people who said, "Oh, anyway." I don't know what's going on. So the excess in the abdomen in someone who has a problem with the contour of their abdomen is always, in my view, always the lower abdomen is worse than the upper abdomen. By the lower abdomen, I mean belly button down. Belly button down is worse than belly button up. People often say belly button up, I've got this I hate, but I've never seen, I think I'm right in saying this, I've never seen anyone who's got an excess abdominal skin without an excess lower abdominal skin. Maybe I should preface that by saying a significant excess upper abdominal skin. I've seen people who are really quite slim, who haven't got any excess anywhere, who are like, oh, look at this, I hate this. And when I bend forward, it all kind of bend, it all like creases up. I'm like, well, everybody, when you bend forward, it all creases up. So but I've never seen anyone with a significant upper abdominal excess without an even more significant lower abdominal excess. So the first thing I would say, Jackie, is I personally have never seen anyone who I would consider a reverse abdominoplasty on before having had an abdominoplasty. So people have come for consultations for reverse. Someone rings up and said, I'm interested in a reverse abdominoplasty. I'm kind of almost like hoping they've had an abdominoplasty, because if they haven't had an abdominoplasty, I'm like, what's going on? What are you on about? So in my experience, a reverse abdominoplasty, if it ever comes, which is very rare, comes after an abdominoplasty. So as I say, the excess is pretty much always lower abdomen, and the abdominoplasty will address that excess, lower abdomen, belly button down. And it has, so often it's both lower and upper, but as I say, it's always worse in the lower. And I will always say to someone that the upper abdomen will get pulled down, and there's an indirect pull on the upper abdomen. So usually that is enough to tighten the kind of upper abdomen. And so you won't need a reverse abdominoplasty. The people who need a reverse abdominoplasty, in my experience, is people who've got have had significant weight loss and have literally got rolls on the, a significant lower abdominal apron, but also a significant upper abdominal apron. So below the breast, kind of rolls of excess skin and fat, which will not be completely improved. There will be improved with an abdominoplasty, but perhaps not completely improved in abdominoplasty. And so those patients might require a second operation to remove those rolls in the upper abdomen, and that requires a reverse abdominoplasty, which gives a very large incision. And this is why it's not great. It's like a rooftop incision. So it's in the fold of the breast, which is fine because that's hidden, but it meets in the midline, so that's not hidden. So it's quite a big deal. You can get away with quite a big scar in the breast fold without seeing it, but as soon as you go across the midline, you see it. It doesn't matter who you are, you see it. So it does give a potentially more visible scar, and and as I say, it's usually not required. So we went through a phase, actually. Well, it's probably because I've stopped doing it. We went through a phase with a run of people asking for for reverse tummy tucks, and I'm like, what's going on? And I think there's someone out there who's doing a load of reverse tummy tucks, and I'm like, what is, or at least anyway, maybe there's something I missed. So that's where I am. So I fully acknowledge that I might have missed something, Jackie, and there might be something out there that reverse abdominoplasties are a really good thing to do as a primary contouring of your abdomen. But in my world, it's not something that I would do. Well, never say never. You might see someone who think, oh wow, you've got loads of excess skin in your upper abdomen and none in your lower abdomen. Those people might exist in the world. I haven't seen everybody in the world, so there might be someone out there like that, but I've never seen anyone like that. The people I see have always got more in the lower, so they have a lower one first. And then once they've had a lower one, or a normal one, shall we say, an abdominoplasty, very rarely do they need anything